disparage other people in doTERRA, so I won't tell you who this company is, but this is a comparison of doTERRA's lavender versus their lavender. This is a good example of diluting the essential oils. And you can see that if we look at the chemistry, the complexity of the chemistry that exists with the doTERRA essential oil, by comparison to what we see with the other one, this is a classic example where somebody said, maybe it was a good oil to start with, but if I extend it, if I add other things to it, I can sell much more. This is a common practice with essential oils, and one of the things that we were trying desperately to disrupt. This is one of my favorite examples. Now, if you look at the middle oil, this is actually doTERRA's Melissa. Now, I love the Melissa oil as a whole. We'll talk about that sometime in the future, but if we look at the chemistry that's associated with that, it has a very specific chemistry profile, including germacein D and citronol. Sorry, I couldn't read it. And citronol. Citronol and germacein D are somewhat unique to Melissa essential oil. On the top is another company's Melissa oil. So we did a test, we looked at that oil, and you can see that the chemistry between what they have is different than the chemistry what we have. You have geraniol, that's the same, and nerol, that's the same. Beta-caryophyllene, that's the same. But they don't have any of the germacrene D and they don't have any of the citronellol. They don't have any of that in there. It's not present in their essential oil. Interesting though, and this is a common practice, lemongrass has the same chemistry profile to a large extent that Melissa does. It's more readily available, doesn't cost nearly as much, and so if we just take lemongrass and we add a little bit of beta-caryophyllene, it will look a lot like Melissa. And much of the Melissa that people are buying is actually just lemongrass. We feel like that is deceitful and unacceptable. You and I deserve better than that. This was the impetus for why myself and Dave Sterling and Emily and Greg and all of our other partners who have joined with us have been so resolute in this particular item. The oils are good enough. We don't need to pretend like there's something that they're not. We don't need to try to change them and to try to alter them, because they're perfect in the form that we can receive them if we commit ourselves to following a standard of quality. That's what CPTG is. It's allowing us to follow that. And why do we care about it? Because when the chemistry is inconsistent, when there's inconsistencies in the chemistry of an essential oil, there's inconsistencies in the benefits of essential oils. Now I know, I recognize I'm spending a lot of our time talking about, that can't be right. I only have an hour left. That timing can't be correct, so I'm going to ignore that and just speak till my watch tells me we're done. Or either that or 3 hours has just flown right by, hasn't it? I know that I've been, thanks Dave, I know that I've been spending a lot of time on this, but it's because I want you to have confidence. I don't want you to feel challenged when somebody says, but my oils are good too. Maybe they are, but they're not the same as doTERRA's. Now this has also been an opportunity of discovery, and it has forced us into developing